When you have prepared everything to do your wound, everything laid out, the wound care products, everything, then you are ready to wash your hands. What do we need? We need liquid soap, and I pour in only enough for 1 day so to prevent bacteria from growing in there. If you don't have liquid soap, you may use a bar of soap, but please, in this instance, I think an antiseptic soap will help. If your bar of soap turns out to look this way with a lot of cracks, please don't use that, as microorganisms grow in these cracks. You will also need a nail brush to brush your nails before you wash your hands, and then you will need a nail clipper to clip your nails very short. If you do not have access to a tap or a wash basin, you may use a round plastic bowl or any type of bowl, and you can use a jug with water which somebody else can pour over your hands, or you can pour it yourself. So the very first thing we are going to do is remove our jewelry. The reason for that is soap and microorganisms clings to the inside of the small spaces on your jewelry, and they breed over there, so we don't wear our jewelry. So in hand washing, it's actually called science fiction war. The S for soap that you are going to use, the F for friction that you're going to use, the W for water, the A for all surfaces of your hands, and the R for rinse and repeat. Okay. So now when I'm going to start, I first wet my hands, take some soap, not too much, otherwise it's dry on your hands, and I start rubbing. Come on, all of you, follow the motions with your hands while you are watching the video. First the palms, the top of the hands, the top of this hand, then in between the fingers. Can you see how I slide my fingers right up to the top and to the bottom of my fingers? On the upper side of the hand and on this side. There you go. Then we fold our hand like a small bucket around the palm, and we create friction like that. The other side as well. On top of the thumb on this side, and in here where there's a sweaty area, and we don't generally wash it on the other side as well, and then each individual finger. If you have a broken area of skin, as you can see there, you have to cover it with plaster before you do your wound. Then you rub your fingertips in your palms like that. On this side as well, for good measure, you do this, and then around down and wash your wrists. Open the tap and rinse all the soap. You can rinse your tap like that to remove the soap, and this time I'm going to use the bar of soap to show you. It works just as well. Palms, are you still repeating with me? The tops of the hands, come on guys, the tops of this side, between the fingers on the inside, between the fingers on the inside, here as well, the bottom of the hand, over the thumb, and between the thumb and forefinger, between the thumb and the forefinger, and then I do my individual fingers, like this, each and every one of them. There you go. For good measure, I clean my nails in my palms, as well as like this, and then I come around to my palms. My wrists, sorry, palms, can you believe it? To my wrists. Then once again, I'm going to rinse. You can rinse your tap, and there you go. Now you have to dry your hands. Please do not use a towel. A towel contains a lot of small pieces of loose wool that might cling to your fingers and land in your wound, causing infection there. Please use a linen towel like this, or any piece of linen that you have cleaned as I've shown and indicated to you. I had a patient who washed his leg, removed the wound covering, and then he took a clean towel and placed it over his wound, and then 2 days later he had a Pseudomonas infection. Please don't use a towel. This one, you unfold carefully by the corners, place your hand there, and you start drying all your fingers, the palm, the back of the hand, your thumb, your wrist, and down your arm. Place this side in your hand and dry on this side as well. Lastly, your elbows, to make sure there's no water. All right. Now, when you are done with your wound care, you take that bar of soap and you dry it with a towel or a piece of cloth so that it doesn't turn into a fractured soap like that one.